In this video, I am going to explain various aspects of Microsoft Excel. Now, first of all, what is Microsoft Excel? The window you are seeing right now is the window of Microsoft Excel. It is an electronic spreadsheet that helps you to organize your data in rows and columns, just like in the Microsoft Word. But in Microsoft Word, you have to create the table to organize your data in rows and columns. But in Excel, as you can see, there is already a tabular structure. But Microsoft Excel is not only providing you options to organize your data into rows and columns, it also helps you to perform your mathematical calculation more easily and quickly. Moreover, you can create graphs, charts, depending on the data you stored in your Excel. So, how can you start your Excel 2007 window? So, for this you have to click on the Start button and from there go to All Programs, and then there is Microsoft Office, and from Microsoft Office you click on Microsoft Excel 2007. As you click on this option, you can just see the option the window you are seeing right now. So, this is the Excel window. In the Excel window is nothing different from other MS Office softwares window. It contains some same options that you can see in the MS Office Word or MS Office PowerPoint. Just like the Office button here, you can see it at the top left corner. When you click on the Office button, you can see the New, Open, Save, Save As. These are all same, just like the MS Office Word or MS Office PowerPoint. And then there is the next option, that is Quick Access Toolbar, which provides the same default options like Save, Undo and Redo to perform the quicker tasks. And then there is the title bar right now, in which you can see the Microsoft Excel, the application name, and along with the file name, that is Book 1. This is different from other Microsoft Office softwares, just like in MS Word it says Document 1, in PowerPoint it says Presentation 1. In Excel it says Book 1 because each file in Microsoft Excel is called workbook. So, book is the short form of workbook. So, book 1 because it is the first Excel window that appears here. So, in workbook, you can see there are 3 default pages. These pages, actually the full form is worksheet, but for short it is called sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. There are 3 default pages whenever you open a workbook. You can switch between the worksheets, just like click on the sheet and the sheet will change. Right now it all appears the same because there is nothing written in your worksheet. Now, each worksheet is divided into rows, columns and cells. So, which are the rows? The rows are these horizontal parts of your workbook. So, rows runs horizontally, and which one are the column? The columns are this one. So, columns run vertically. And as you can see, each row is named with numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and this goes on and on. And each column is numbered or written as some alphabet starting from A, B, C, D, and whenever it comes to Z, then there is A, B, A, C, and this goes on like this. So, how many row or how many column each worksheet contains? So, you can see there is column A and this is the row 1, and between these there is a button here. Whenever you place your mouse pointer over here, your mouse pointer changes to a hollow plus shape. So and above this is the name box. I am going to talk about this later. So when you click on this button, this is called the select all button. So whenever you click on this select all button, you can see that in the name box how many columns and how many rows are there in each worksheet appears just like this. The number of rows contained in each worksheet is 1048576, that is 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns total in each worksheet. Now therefore the last row number will be this 10,48,576, and for the last column is named as XFD because the alphabet goes on like this and you can get the last column number as XFD. Now what about the cells? The cells, as you can see, is the intersection of the rows and the columns. So these are the cells, rows and columns. And this cell, it is highlighted with a dark black border. This cell is called active cell. Whenever you click anywhere on any cell, the cell will become active and you can enter your data only in the active cell. So how can you differentiate active cell from the rest of the cell? You can differentiate that active cell appears with this dark black border. So you can only write data in your active cell. Now there is some part also, the bottom part, it is called the status bar. It holds the different views of the Excel window and there is also the zoom option. This is quite same as the other MS Office softwares. Now talk about the cell name. As the rows has the name, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and columns has also the name, that is A, B, C, D, E, F and up to the XFD. So what about the name of the cells? The cells are named with the combination of the column name and the row number. First appears the column name and then appears the row number. So right now my active cell is this one. So what is its column? Its column is G and its row is 6. So the cell name will be G6. And where does it appear? It appears just here in the name box. So then you can understand what is the purpose of this name box. First purpose is whenever you click on cell, the name of the active cell number appears in the name box. So it shows J5, that means my active cell is right now in the J column and row number 5. This name box serves also another purpose, which is whenever you type any cell address, suppose I am typing M10 and whenever you press enter, your active cell just move to that location. So you can type in the name box any cell address. You can call it cell name, cell address or cell reference. So whenever you type any cell address in the name box, your active cell will jump right to that location. Like another example, I am typing H45. So when I am pressing enter, now it goes to the H45 section. So H and the 45 number row. So it is the purpose of the name box. It displays the active cell address, or you can type the cell address to make it active. Now another important part in Excel window is this, the formula bar. Now what does this do? So I am going back to the first cell of my Excel window, that is A1. You can notice that whenever you open your Excel workbook, the default active cell is A1. So whenever you type anything in your active cell, that text appears in this formula bar. And now to make this content entered in the cell, you have to click on this enter tick mark which just placed beside the formula bar, or you can press enter from your keyboard. And if you do not want to make this entry, if you want to cancel it, you can click on this cancel button which is just located beside the formula bar. So I am now want to make this entry happen, so I am going to click this enter, and now this entry get located in the A1 cell. Now so whenever you type anything in your active cell, it will just appears in the formula bar, but this formula bar does also serves another purpose. Whenever you want to calculate something in your Excel worksheet, the formula appears inside this formula bar. That's why the name, the formula bar. For any other content, when you type in the active cell, it just appears here. But when you type formula, the formula appears in the formula bar and the result will appear in your active cell. That's why it gets the name formula bar. But how you will calculate and how does the formula appears in the formula bar and result in the active cell, that will for another discussion. But you just know that how this bar get the name formula bar. So these are the basic things of an Excel window. The ribbon part is quite the same like other any MS Office software. Okay, there are few options which are quite different from the MS Office Word or MS Office PowerPoint, but that's the topic to discuss in another videos. But moreover, this is the basic introduction of your Excel worksheet. So that's all for this video.